Hey everyone, Jeff here from Films at Home, and today we got to review the sequel to my favorite movie of all time on 4K Blu-ray. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel today. And if you've been a viewer for a long time, you probably noticed this background is a little bit different. We're moving into a new home office that I had recently completed upstairs in my house. I'm moving some stuff out of the basement. Basically, the movie rooms and my work setup are a mess right now, so this is the best I could do on a crunch. We'll get a new backdrop once everything's finished. But today we're here to talk about Jaws 2 on 4K Blu-ray, one that a lot of you guys have been asking me about because you probably know I'm a huge fan of the Jaws movies, and Jaws in particular is my favorite movie of all time. So when Jaws 2 was announced on 4K, you know I ran out and bought it right away. Had a chance to finally check it out and watch it, and I want to tell you guys all about the video quality. We'll talk about the audio, packaging, special features, and let you guys know whether or not this one's worth picking up and upgrading for your collection. So quickly on the movie itself, Jaws 2 is actually probably my second favorite sequel. I have a real soft spot for Jaws 3 3D. I just think it's so campy, it's so over the top. Dennis Quaid. I know it's not a good movie and it's not as good a movie technically as Jaws 2, but I just really love that one. But Jaws 2 is really a pretty decent sequel that picks up again with Chief Brody and Roy Scheider, which I love. Now, of course, you're not going to have Quint. Unfortunately, we don't get Richard Dreyfuss and Hooper and his character, but it does bring back some of the classics from the first movie, and, you know, nothing's ever going to top the original Jaws, but this one is the closest in terms of the original story and actually trying to build like a direct sequel. Jaws 3 kind of goes off the ropes, you know, goes a different direction. Jaws the Revenge tells a crazy story. So I do like it. I actually think it's probably a little bit underrated considering people kind of dump on all of the sequels. This one's not so bad, and I think it's worth a rewatch if you haven't seen it in a while. Now for the visuals here, we do have a new 4K scan from Universal, and this was previously released on Blu-ray, but here on 4K, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, this is maybe not a Jaws level movie and not a Jaws level remaster, but it's a really good upgrade. You can sort of tell that this is not going to have that same level of detail that was given to Jaws, which is one of Universal's biggest titles of all time. When Jaws was restored, it was meticulously restored. When Jaws 2 was restored, do I think they went as deep? Probably not. But the 4K here is pretty good. Again, you've got a 35mm source, which actually seems to be in pretty good shape. An upgrade here over the Blu-ray is a lot of the detail is a lot nicer in 4K resolution. The kind of typical stuff you'd expect. The HDR looks, you know, the color grading looks a little bit better. I would say it's not a massive upgrade. It's a good transfer. It's a nice upgrade, but if you do have the Blu-ray that only came out maybe 4 or 5 years ago, all the sequels came out for the first time on Blu-ray, this maybe isn't going to be for everybody. It is good enough for Jaws fans like myself to 100% want to go and get this, and it is a good transfer. I'm just thinking about the level of upgrade and the difference between the Blu-ray and the 4K, which I think is good enough for people with your high-end systems and who want the most out of the movie. But if you're just kind of a casual fan, you could probably get away with the Blu-ray. It's gonna be 90% the same. It's a pretty good quality Blu-ray, and it's a really nice quality 4K. It's just not like a massive upgrade, but that's not against anything they did here. It's just a matter of the Blu-ray was already pretty good in its own right. Now, another reason that the casual fan or casual viewer may not want to upgrade this is that the audio doesn't have an upgrade. It's the same DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 track that was on the Blu-ray. So you're not getting any surround here. You're not getting Atmos like they did on the 4K of the original Jaws movie. You're getting the same 2.0, which is fine. I would have liked to have seen like maybe a 5.1 just to give it a little bit more. That probably would have been the bar. I don't think this necessarily needed Atmos, but 5.1 would have been good at the very least. But they have repackaged the 2.0 from the Blu-ray, so there's no audio upgrade here if that's what you were looking for. So that could be another reason if you're thinking about what you need to upgrade, what you need to buy for your collection, to maybe buy the cheaper 1080p Blu-ray. But again, super fans like myself, I love this one. Now the packaging on this is nice with the slipcover, the big Jaws 2 slipcover. There's a massive 45th anniversary sticker, just in case you didn't know it was the 45th anniversary. That can come off. That's not printed on the slip cover. On the back, pretty standard stuff. Flipping it on the inside, again, pretty standard. And then popping this open, you do get Jaws 2 with some 4K disc art, which is nice, and then the standard Blu-ray, which also came with the previous release. For special features, everything's ported over again. Deleted scenes, the making of Jaws 2, Jaws 2, a portrait by actor Keith Gordon, John Williams on the music of Jaws 2, and the French joke and some storyboards. So all of this was available on the Blu-ray already, so that's just another reason why maybe this one is one that, you know, some casual fans could skip. There's also a digital code included which should redeem in 4K. So at the end of the day, is this one worth upgrading? For a casual fan, a casual collector, a casual viewer, I would say it's worth getting on Blu-ray 1080p 100%, but I'm not sure if the 4K is going to be worth it for everybody. Now me, I'm a Jaws super fan. You guys know that. It's my favorite movie. I have all the Jaws movies. I have Jaws on VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, multiple 4K copies. I have all the Jaws knockoffs like Cruel Jaws and Deep Blood and all these other like Italian knockoffs. I buy all that stuff. I buy all the things like Crocodile and Alligator and Grizzly and Tentacles, which are all Jaws knockoffs, or even Blades, which is a crazy Vinegar Syndrome one. I buy all that. I love everything Jaws. So you knew I was going to buy the 4K. And if you're in that boat, this is a great purchase. If you've never bought Jaws 2 before and you don't own the Blu-ray, why not buy the 4K? It was only $20 on release. I expect that to go down to like $15 pretty quickly, and the Blu-ray still sells for like $10 anyway. So at that price point, sure. But if you've already bought the Blu-ray, you're gonna have to ask yourself where your budget sits. How badly do you want a slipcover? How badly do you want that HDR, that slightly upgraded detail with the resolution? Ask yourself all those questions, make a budgeting and collecting decision for your collection that makes sense. It's not a bad disc. It's a great effort by Universal. It's maybe not a top tier disc like the original Jaws, but it's right in there as a very solid 4 out of 5 4K disc. It's just a matter of the Blu-ray already being so good that you guys are going to have to make that decision on your own. Personally, I would upgrade, but I know not all of you are the biggest Jaws fans out there, and maybe this isn't one you need to upgrade. So you figure it out for yourselves and what makes sense for your budget and your collection. If you do want to upgrade this, I'll leave a link to Amazon in the description that helps support my channel. You can also buy this from groove.com, which also supports my channel, so no matter where you get it, one of those two links will be in the description and the pinned comment, and they both support me and physical media, so I appreciate that very much. But it's selling for about $20 at release, and I would expect this to probably go on sale, especially at Groove with all the sales that they do, pretty soon. So let me know in the comments if you guys pick this up, what you think of it. Let me know if you're going to be grabbing it after this review. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this one. I know it's not a top tier 4K release, but for me as a Jaws fan, this was a really, really cool one to get. And now I'm just hoping for Jaws 3D and Jaws the Revenge to complete my 4K collection. So we'll see if we get those as well. It'll probably depend on how well Jaws 2 sells. But anyways, thank you for watching this review. Thanks for sticking with me through some renovation stuff. I know this isn't the greatest setup I've ever had, but hopefully the audio is okay. The visuals look decent. Hopefully you guys could stick through it there. But thanks for watching. As always, make sure you find me on social media. Those links will all be in the description. And now, because I know a lot of you watch on TV, I'm going to put a QR code right here in the corner of the video, and if you scan that while you're watching on TV, you can get all my social media links and follow me there as well. So I appreciate that. That'll be a new feature for all videos going forward, because so many of you guys watch my videos on TVs, which I never knew, and you can't click the links in the description. So there you go, right there with the QR code. But thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy out there. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all soon.